My essential question for this project is, what makes food spicy at a chemical level and why are some foods spicy and some not? Also, why are some liquids better at neutralizing the spice than others at the chemical level? So basically, I have had an issue of not being able to calm down the spice of eating the hot sauce at Chipotle, and I go to Chipotle quite often, so I decided that this project would be good so I would be able to have a much better experience eating my burrito bowl. After hours of research, I've learned what happens with spice at the chemical level and why it happens. Also, I researched how to get rid of the spice. The simple answer to the first question is that there's a chemical in all spicy foods called capsaicin. Capsaicin reacts with a part of the tongue called the VRI receptors or vanilloid receptors, which signal pain to your brain. The capsaicin grabs onto the VRI pain receptors. It signals to your brain that you are being burnt. When capsaicin enters your mouth, basically what happens is that it latches on to the VRI receptors on your tongue, and those VRI receptors send a message to your brain saying that your mouth is being burnt, which is why you have that burning feeling on your tongue and in your mouth, because it's really just a bunch of receptors thinking that you're being burnt from the reaction of the capsaicin. The second part of my project was to find out which liquid best neutralizes heat. What I learned was that dairy products and sugary products are the best way to neutralize the heat unless the sugary product is carbonated. Capsaicin is not soluble in water, and therefore water does not do anything because it just gives you temporary relief, but it doesn't actually rinse out the capsaicin doesn't dissolve in the water that you drink. Therefore, it just stays on your tongue. The reason that capsaicin is best neutralized with dairy products is because capsaicin is soluble in both dairy or the fat in dairy and in the sugar in the sugary drinks. So when you drink, let's say milk for example, the capsaicin will then be dissolved in the milk and then washed down when you swallow, so it will not be on your tongue any longer. Alright, so for my actual experiment, I'm kind of scared about it actually. I'm taking three liquids, which are a water, Gatorade, and heavy whipping cream, and three different peppers. This is the least spicy, just your average pepper. This is a relatively spicy peppercini, and this is a jalapeno pepper. And I will be trying to neutralize each pepper with a certain liquid, meaning, so the least spicy pepper, this one, I'm going to neutralize with water, even though, well, because it's the least spicy, and I'm hoping that water will do the job. And for the middle pepper, the peppercini, I will neutralize it with Gatorade because it is a sugary liquid, and therefore the capsaicin should dissolve into the sugar and then be swallowed into my stomach. And then the jalapeno pepper, which is what I'm really scared about because it's really, really, really hot, I will be neutralizing with whipping cream because it is very fatty, and hopefully that will dissolve all the capsaicin off my tongue. Alright, so this is my first test. I will eat the very not so spicy pepper and hopefully be able to neutralize it with this glass of water. So here goes nothing. Alright, wow. That was a lot spicier than I was expecting. Okay. If you're noticing, the water is not helping at all. So I'm gonna take a sip of this Gatorade, which should do the job. Wow, that worked better. Alright. Okay. So now I'm going to try to neutralize the mild pepper with the Gatorade because it is very sugary and it should work. So here goes nothing. That worked very well. Alright. And, jeez. Okay. I need to get ready for this one. Last but not least, I will try to neutralize this pepper, the jalapeno pepper, oh gosh, with this whipping cream that I have still to open. And I really hope my research pays off, because if not, this will be really, really hot. So, I'm really scared, but here we go. That seemed to work. That's really hot. Alright, so now that my experiments are over and I am fully recovered, I have a few things to say about each trial. So this first pepper, first of all, was a lot spicier than the second pepper, which was a peppercini. I don't know why, it just was, but apparently there was a lot more capsaicin, and so as you saw in the video, the water did not help at all, which I was fully expecting. I just said I'd use water because I needed a third liquid, but I knew it wasn't going to work. And the Gatorade, which I needed to finish because this pepper was very spicy, worked a lot better, and as soon as I drank this, I was fine, and my mouth wasn't as hot anymore. And now, for the second trial, I use this pepper, which is currently dripping, but I used this pepper, and I neutralized it with the Gatorade, and that seemed to work fine. I ate the whole pepper in one bite. It wasn't like, it was pretty hot, but then the Gatorade did the trick. The capsaicin dissolved in the sugary liquid and is now in my stomach. And then, last but not least, the jalapeno pepper was really hot. I had to end my video short because I was scared I was going to swear because it was really hot. And the whipping cream, I drank a lot of it, and I chugged the rest of the Gatorade, and now I'm all good, and it seemed to, the capsaicin in this pepper seemed to dissolve. It just took a lot more to dissolve because there's a lot more capsaicin in it.